But then we'll be back, of course, tomorrow with some more. And for everybody else standing around, why don't you come inside? Some people are leaving, and others just come inside, take a seat to enjoy our next presentation. There we go. It's working. See? OK. So everybody, what are we talking about now? It's all about totally integrated automation for MindSphere. Simple connectivity is the key word here. And who here in the audience is familiar with MindSphere? Anybody? Some hands? OK. For those of you who do not know what MindSphere is basically the open cloud-based IoT operating system from Siemens, and that lets you connect your machines, but also your physical infrastructure to the digital world. Now, it's a great tool, but a lot of questions arise when it comes to connectivity. How do I go about connecting to MindSphere? And these two ladies have all the answers to these questions, so please give them a big round of applause. Here are the wonderful Nadja Neusinger and the charming Miss Katrin Kunz. Welcome.
Hello and good evening, everybody here on our Siemens booth. In the next couple of minutes, we'd like to show you how easy it is to get the data of the automation environment into the cloud-based open IoT operating system, MindSphere. Before we start, first of all, Katrin, we need to know where does the source of the data come from, right?
Right, Nadja. And the data comes from the Digital Enterprise Suite. The Digital Enterprise Suite is a suite of software components which lay the foundation to realize your digitalization strategy. It consists of 5 key portfolio elements, starting with product lifecycle management. Product lifecycle management is the key to realize marketable products out of your ideas. On the other side, we have totally integrated automation. Totally integrated automation integrates automation components on a horizontal, but also on a vertical way, from the field to the enterprise level. And in between, you find manufacturing operations management with our real-time software layer, Thematic IT. With manufacturing operation management, you get the transition from the virtual world of product development to the real world of production. And of course, we store everything within one central database, which is Teamcenter, our collaboration platform. In the upper level, you can do data and lifecycle analytics within our cloud-based open IoT operating system, which is MindSphere. In there, you can get answered a question which a lot of enterprises have. How can I optimize and continuously improve my production based on data? For this, a foundation in the digital enterprise is needed. Now, we want to focus on 2 things in particular, which is MindSphere in connection with totally integrated automation. Nadja.
Yeah, and data are generated in all levels of the automation environment. And for this, totally integrated automation is the foundation for your digital enterprise. So we transfer data from the field over the control up to the operations level.
And data is generated in all devices in those levels. For example, within controllers like S7-1200 or S7-1500 PLCs, in industrial PCs, and also on higher levels like pre-calculated information within SCADA. And what makes our portfolio so unique is that everything can be engineered within one central engineering framework, which is our TIA portal, the gateway to automation in the digital enterprise.
And that's not all. To connect to further levels, such as office level, or to connect to cloud solutions, such as MindSphere, a perfect fitting network as a backbone is needed. Connecting to the MindSphere from each level of the automation environment, What does that mean? It means that you have the opportunity to use the data, making big data, and generate smart data out of it. The value of the data is increasing along the horizontal and the vertical path up to the MindSphere. Our approach is to transfer only relevant data for our end users to the MindSphere. To connect to the MindSphere, you can choose from 3 possibilities.
The first possibility is to use directly integrated functionality within our S7-1500 PLC using MindConnect function blocks.
The second possibility is to use gateway or network connectivity, such as MindConnect Nano or MindConnect IoT 2040.
And the third possibility is to use pre-calculated data from our SCADA system and transfer it into the MindSphere cloud. Now, who in the audience is already transmitting enterprise data into the cloud? Some are doing so. It's simple, isn't it? But transferring data is not all. You have to do something within the cloud with the data. You have to combine the automation data with data from other domains, get further insights. I would like to make a concrete example right now. Let's assume you have various machines in your enterprise. Let's say you have a machine park, and every machine generates data. Within MindSphere, you can combine this data with, for example, temperature or geographical information, and you get further insights and further possibilities. You can also be alerted if a threshold is exceeded.
So, Katrin, you mean with MindSphere it is possible to do prediction and prevention, right?
Right, Nadja. So you can keep your machines running, increase the availability of the machine because you can predict when maintenance slots need to be terminated. And this works globally. You can perform a benchmark between different locations, for example.
That's really a huge benefit for you. But to be honest, we all want it easy, right? The easiest way connecting machines equipped with S7-1500 controllers is via the MindConnect function blocks. What is necessary in order to get it? I'm an automation girl. I hate programming, but I love configuring. This is really easy with our engineering framework, TIA Portal. This is needed to engineer the entire machine. The PLC and HMI program is created via TIA Portal and also the MindConnect function blocks.
Nadja, and it's so easy to just follow 3 steps. The first step is you define which asset you want to connect to MindSphere. Secondly, you configure the asset. And the third thing is you just go into MindSphere and observe your data. And you don't need to program one single line of code. You can just configure everything. To convince you, I would like to go a little more detailed into the steps, starting with MindSphere. Within MindSphere, you define the asset you want to connect. In our example, it's a S7-1500 PLC, which is located here in Hanover, here on the fair. Therefore, we added as location information Hanover. For sure, you can connect devices from all over the world. Then you store this information, and this was basically everything you have to do within MindSphere. On the second step, you go into the TIA portal. But before you can use the TIA portal, you download the MindConnect function blocks for S7-1500 PLC from our SIOS platform. SIOS is the Siemens Industry Online Support Platform. There you can download the S7-1500 MindConnect function blocks for free. You just add them into the TIA portal library and drag and drop them into the PLC program wherever needed. Then you also insert information about how to access MindSphere, the credentials as asset ID and also the onboarding key. Finally, you define which data shall be transferred into the MindSphere. You store the program, download it into your S7-1500 PLC, and this was everything you need to do. Now the S7-1500 is able to transfer data into the MindSphere cloud. In order to do something with the data, you can go into MindSphere. For example, into the MindApp Fleet Manager, which you see here. Within the Fleet Manager, you see the arriving data. In our case here, performance data. And you can even get alerts when a threshold is exceeded.
Now we have talked a lot. Experience it yourself. We have 2 showcases straightforward on our Siemens booth. The first example is from the pharmaceutical branch. It is a cooperation with Bausch and Ströbe. Over there, you can see how easy the Mind Connectivity MindConnect Nano is. We transfer operation data to the MindSphere.
The second showcase is about our field PG assembly. We show a robot cell which is connected with S7-1500 and MindConnect function blocks. There we transfer performance data about the robot cell.
If you have any further questions, feel free to contact us. Have a nice evening. Thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Beautiful presentation of the day, don't you say? I'd say it was. So,